first corner is the most pressure you're going to feel across this whole race. Getting it off the line is one of the toughest things you can do as we get 5 lights up. And the Bathurst Enduro is underway for Split 2 with a great start from the front runners and the TMX boys as well inside of the top 10 as they run round turn number 1. You can see Lawrence has got a good start away. They've kept themselves nice, clean and consistent, Sinka. For the final race of the season, it's a scramble towards turn 1 for the front runners and the whole field is behind. Another old race from through 1 already. Davison and Finnegan wanted to try and keep right on the tail of Doug Allen. As the roll was flying at the front all easy as well. Phase there, Katakazinas.
Yes, he did.
Labouring still going at each other here. 3 minutes down, we've got 70 minutes to go. They're going to go round a lot of times. It's 1 minute 21 lap times here. We're not going to stop. Shem Ratcliffe fighting out as well. Ray Oliver's got Bradley Wall alongside. Looks like Daniel Harding has had some form of incident. We'll pick up on that one in a minute. But Oliver on the inside, got to come back behind him.
Further back as we're underway, James Scott will lead them up the hill, up towards turn 1. Can they keep it clean? There's already contact with Dolphin and Stonefit on the straight as they run round turn 2. Johnson Warboy being cautious off the exit of turn 1. What a run off the line, but an atrocity has happened to Troy Stonestreet off the start. There's no other way to say it. I think it was Tim Alford or Will Brown and just absolutely Superman punches straight into the wall on the left hand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship on Tuesday night, where we see 30-plus drivers take it out there from Am to Pro-Am to the pros, battling it out on the same track at the same time. Have an absolute blast. Tonight, we bring you the show from the Internacional de Magello, or as us laymen will call it, the Magello International Autodrome. The track is 5.245 kilometers. It is an amazing piece of work out there. 15 turns with only a slight elevation change, not a hell of a lot. GPs out here. We have the Dutch Grand Prix going out here. We have, not Grand Prix, the Masters. This is the home of the Scuderia Ferrari team. Formula One Ferrari team have owned this place for such a long time now. The circuit since September 21, 2008. So they do all their testing out there. It is the home of Scuderia Ferrari, and it is today going to be populated by a heap of crazy Aussies in V8 supercars having a heap of fun. Welcome to the room. In the back end, we've got Kobe pushing the buttons and giving you guys all the bits and pieces. And beside me, as usual, for a Tuesday night and Thursday night, Mr. James Watson. Welcome to the room, Mr. Watson.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here as always, and can't wait for this one. This is such an underrated circuit. I always enjoyed, honestly, had an absolute blast running this track in other sims like Project Cars 2. This is it's not a super well-known track. It's relatively new to iRacing, only been around for a couple seasons, but those who know how much of an absolute banger of a track this is. And we'll never forget the one time we were able to see this phenomenal track host a Formula One Grand Prix back in the good old 2020 topsy-turvy season.
A fun one it was too, around that sort of time frame. It's a shame they don't use it anymore, because I think it's a cracker, like you said. It's got some really cool positions where the boys can have a bit of a go at passing. Massive straight, and the pit lane's very, very long here as well, so that's a bit of a tricky one too. All the way down to turn one, which is a really tight right-hander. Which is going to be some tough under-braking passing, I reckon. And probably, look, depending on the race lines, there's going to be some real cracking spots. There's the real hard brake zones, I guess, will be turn 12, turn 14 as well. But we'll probably see drivers in that double right-hander around 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's like really 1, 2, 3 corners that go into one. With a little bit of a kink in it, so it should be fun to see out there. James Scott is already sitting the timing table alight for practice with a 1:53.387. Jordan Mazzaroli is pushing up there as well with a 1:53.7. Ryan Mueller is back to some cracking form again with a 1:53.9. Stone Street 54.2. Mitchie Noble and Will Morgan as well are popping up at the top bit. Brandon Levin, Stevie Banks, Dave Arney, Clutterbuck, and Blanchard. So some really cool drivers out there, man. Based off last week's rain-drenched event, we have got a little bit of sunshine, so a little bit of fun to be had, I think.
Yeah, but not as much fun as we'd have if it was raining again.
You sound very disappointed, mate.
Oh, I am.
What was this? Colin Black. Evening, everyone. I had a great night on Saturday night. I was the only person on the chat, and I had 2 on commentary. Hopefully more will join me tonight. I'm not sure what Colin Black is referring to, but yeah, I'm sure people will probably join you as well, mate. Grandma Lee's out there. Evening, Jen. Thank you, Grandma Lee. Times are looking good for Ryan Miller. He is actually sitting in 4th place at the moment. Qualifying is going to start in the next few minutes. Oh, next few seconds, I should say.
Yeah.
Let's see them all stream out. Have a look at them all. Just getting ready to go.
Yeah, you reckon that qualifying is probably going to be pretty important here, because it's hard to know how many passing opportunities we're gonna get. To me, the circuit has always been fairly easy to defend on because there's a lot of not quite chicanes, but there's a lot of left-right kind of switchback corners. So you're gonna be on the non-preferred side of the track at some point. So because of that, getting the passes completed might be a bit of a struggle for some drivers out there.
Yeah, and they're not too those switchbacks you're talking about. You can see them there, like the S's and that. They're not very wide, so you really don't have the room to do 3 cars wide. There's probably about 2 cars on a really, really tight squeeze, but you're going to be, if you're staying 2 cars wide through those S's, you're going to be pretty much apex to apex from left and right cars without even moving, just pretty much staying on the black stuff. So yeah, runoffs are pretty good. Lots of sand. Sand in this, the way iRacing does it, isn't really going to bog you down, but you've got runoffs everywhere. The walls are pretty far away too, which does help with the damage model. But it's still going to be tough, man. We've seen these boys do some 2 wides and 3 wides, and yeah, it's not the easiest track. I did say there wasn't massive undulation. There is undulation, but it's just not huge.
Yeah, but I feel like knowing our drivers, we're still going to see a lot of 2 and a lot of 3 wide, even if it may not necessarily work out that well. That's the great thing about this field, is they're always going to put on a show some way or another.
Get us on the edge of our seats with some nail fighters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Cracker Tasmanians out there. Mr. Taylor, evening, gents. Good luck to my EWT boys tonight. 747 Simmons, hello everyone. Evening, Mr. Simmons. Good to see you guys all out there watching and supporting your teammates. Steph Piccoli, let's go die, doing it for the girls. Isn't that a song? Doing it. Yeah, I won't even get into it. But yeah. Sounds like some lyrics there, Steph. Di is the only female out on track, which is. Oh, are you referring to Mitchie as well? No, Mitchie's not female. He identifies as male. Ray Douglas. Good to see you back, Mr. Douglas. It's been a few weeks away. Most drivers like the dry race. The best drivers love the wet race. Sort them out.
Amen.
This is true. I used to enjoy. Never raced professionally go-karting or anything like that, but me and my brother used to spend Fridays in the go-karts that we owned. We'd take it to a track that was out in Campbellfield, for those who know Melbourne. And rain, hail or shine, we'd be out there. And the rainy days, oh my God, that was a lot of fun. Oh, you pulled out my heartstrings there, Miss Piccoli. Robbie Williams, massive fan.
Yeah, my back when I was having my own karting career, I was lucky enough to bring home the win in my first ever race in the rain, and let me tell you that I don't think there's going to be many career accomplishments that come anywhere close to the thrill of just being able to go out there with no prior experience and get the win, and only wrecking the kart once.
Very well done, mate. Congratulations on that. Viewers are probably thinking, why are we having a bit of a chin wag right now, not focusing on the times? Because the times are just starting to drop right this very second. We've been waiting for them to drop, and the first 9 cars have come through. James Scott is pulled out a 153.078, which is about 5/10 faster than what he sent in practice. Ryan Leonage with a 153.3 at this point. Ryan Mueller's got a crack in 153.9, and followed by Mitchie Noble, who's up the pointy end as well tonight, 154.7. Brandon Levin is up there too with a 154.8. Dave Arney, 154.8 as well. Will Morgan, 155. So it's the times we usually get about 1 second, Mr. Watson, between the top 10, but tonight it's a little bit more split up. I reckon the track is still not as well known by a lot of these boys, so maybe that's a little bit of a difference in times, but we're seeing about 2 second gap from first to about 10th place, somewhere around there. 10th, no, 8th to 10th, somewhere around. It's only about a 10th different there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of atypical corners on this track. There's not a whole lot of areas that, you can draw experience from other circuits, especially that long sweeping right-hander, Arabadia 1 and 2. It's such a uniquely shaped corner. The only thing that comes close to it is turn 8 at Istanbul Park, but obviously Istanbul Park is not on iRacing, so unless you've been spending a lot of time on a lot of other sims, you're not really going to have a whole lot of experience to draw from. So because of that, and it being a multi-apex sweeper, there's a lot of time that you can gain or lose just from line choice there to begin with, and that's not even factoring in braking zones and when to start applying the throttle. So it's definitely those that are quick to adapt and have a bit of an already natural pace advantage, like James Scott and Leonage, that are able to use that to just get a much bigger gap over everyone else that we've seen from pretty much the season up to this point.
Just seen someone very fast pop up on my screen, mate. So he's been registered for a while, but obviously hasn't been able to make it due to work. But Mr. Thomas Freeman is out there. So he is one that will be pushing these boys up the pointy end if he has been doing his practice. If he hasn't been doing his practice, well, probably not that good. But yeah, he's got a bit of pace in him. But the front of the grid is looking mighty fast already. 53.07, Scott's 53.3. Leonard Mazzaroli's still there. Ryan Mueller, Thomas Freeman, Mitchy Noble. Johnny Gallen's got himself in the top 10 with Jacob Trainer as well. Stevie Banks in the 12th. Scotty Weston. I'm really missing this sector thing with the timing. We'll have to get that going because it drives me insane. Ray Douglas, yes, I'm back, Sinka. Was crook last week. I hope your health is better, mate. Troy Hollingsworth Racing. Jace has to represent the dry Ballarat drivers. Well done, Mr. Hollingsworth. It's going to be a cracker out there. Absolute cracker. Times are looking very close. And we've got 6 minutes left. How's Di doing out there, mate? She seems to be having a bit of fun. We've still got, she's in the 21st place. We've still got a few people that haven't put a time down yet. John Van Ray hasn't yet. Travis Daly's got a rear grid start, I believe. Stoney hasn't set one as well yet. So we've got 3 drivers that haven't set it. We'll have a grid of 31 tonight downstairs in the booth. Will be our race director Tyson McAvoy, race steward Mark Cochran, and safety car driver Kevin Wakefield.
Yeah, and I can't imagine Kevin will be getting much work as safety car driver. Like we mentioned earlier, this track has plenty of runoff and areas to go if there is a big calamity. However, I could easily see one happening if we get some sort of major incident on the main straightaway.
Yeah, and, better say that. Main straight, yeah. And one of the hairpins is probably the only place you're going to have, like at the entry to the hairpins or something like that. But yeah. Yeah.
And then if we do, I sure hope the safety car restart goes a lot better than the safety car restart that was in the Grand Prix here a few years ago.
Was that? I can't remember that one, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah. It was there was a checkup as they started to get going, and there was a huge stack up that took out like 3 or 4 cars. It was huge.
Safety cars are always fun in games. Colin Black, do they do pit stop? Yes, we got fuel restrictions, so they'll need to do a pit stop somewhere in the middle of the race or just before or just after it, depending on how it goes. Sometimes we do a two-stopper, sometimes just a one-stopper, but looks like Brandon Levin's trying to get out of the way for some other guys who are on a hot lap in his amazing Warren and Brown Tools Team SRW vehicle. Give the sponsors a bit of a plug there while we're there. Warren and Brown Tools, who support us on a Tuesday night, Thursday night, and pretty much anything we do from day dot. They've been out there supporting us. mozaracing, who are the official sponsors for our mozaracing Super Formula Light Series Night Shift Collection. We've got Shunt Sceneries out there, Phoenix Driver Development, and Grim Industries, who are the amazing people out there that supply us all our bits and pieces for the trophies that I make, which are coming, as I say every week. And also the the guys are on TV with what's it called, the Top Gear show for Australia. They did the first season with them. They supplied the big monster V8 that sits in the middle of the entertaining area where they do all their interviews. We are down to the last 3 minutes. This will cut off at the 15-minute mark. It will just drop because tonight is at 2040 with a reverse top 10. What that means is the top 10 of the first heat of 20-minute racing, the top 10 will reverse. So whoever finishes in 10th place will start on the pole position for the feature race. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching these boys come through with 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's a cracker overlap from Scott, and he said that right at the beginning of the session too. So I can't imagine at this point we'll see anyone be able to beat that lap time.
So he's down to a 52.9. His fastest in practice was a 53.510. So he's knocked 0.6 off that quite nicely. Done really well. Leonage he's still out there. I can't see him out on track, but anyone who's out there needs to be already have crossed the finish line down and coming down the back few straights. They're the only guys that'll be able to get some times in. We've got Mazzaroli. Looks like he's going to be able to have a crack here. Looks like Alan Mazzaroli as well. He's coming down. Where is he? There you go. Mr. Mazzaroli is one of our AMs for Tulip Racing. He's coming down the straight. Is he going to make a bit of an impact? He's in 23rd at the moment. Will he increase his time and put some pressure on the guys around him? He hasn't. He stayed where he is. Then we've got left is Jordan Mazzaroli as well. Jacob Trainer is out there still too. Brandon Levin, no, he's just gone to the... No, Brandon Levin is still out there too. We've got Jordan Mazzaroli hanging the rear end out, really putting the pressure down the last few corners, trying to get something out of this lap. He is currently sitting in 4th place. Is he up? He's pulled it up. He can't do any better. I think that's pretty much it. 40 seconds left. Cowie is still out on track. He's still having a go. It looks like John Gell and Peter Pav as well are the other ones in the Pro-Am series that are still out there going for it. There we go. Here comes Cowie, the average sim racer that he calls him. Check out his YouTube page. Gives a lot of tips to the drivers on how to do certain things, certain tracks, track lines. Bit of tips on trail braking, all that sort of stuff. Here he comes through the final corner. Corners. I don't think he's going to make it. No. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. It's going to cut off 2, 1. Catch you later. He's just going to miss it. Yeah, what a shame. He was on a bit of a cracker too. He missed that by about 3 or 4 seconds to complete that. But that is the 15-minute quarter. Oh, someone's in my ear. The 15-minute qualifying session that we've just completed. If your name hasn't got a logo beside it, you need to reach out to me. We have got James Scott, who has taken out the pole position for the first heat. James Scott, followed by Rian Leonard. Ryan Mueller in third place, take the top three out. Jordan Mazzaroli with a respectable fourth. Thomas Threven got himself up in the fifth place. He's one to watch out there, especially off the starts. Will Morgan in sixth place, continuing some really good form. Jacob Trainer, best thing he's done is left Team SAW because form is increased exponentially. He's up in seventh place at the moment. Brandon Levin is doing really well as well from Team SAW. Stevie Banks, the owner of PER, is out in ninth, and top 10th is rounded up by Mitchie Noble from Apex Esports League. Race control is going through their final procedures now, letting the drivers know what is to be done, what isn't to be done. Oh, I'm going to go with Daniel Clutterbuck for the start of the race. He's got a few drivers around him. He's got Danny Bartouche behind him, Jason Douglas as well. And then in front of them, he's got Peter Pav and John Gallen, the two Pelicans as well from Pacific Esport. So there's going to be a nice little battle in there for the Pro-Ams. Here we go. Everyone's on dry tyres by the look of it. Yep, no one's made a mistake.
Lame.
Yep. The grid is ready. We're getting ready to rock and roll, viewers. When we're watching the stream, please let us know who you're supporting, who you're following, and let us know so we can switch it over and show you in the split screens. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at round 6 for the Warren and Brown V8 Supercars Championship on Tuesday night. Pro-Am and AMs all on track, fighting out for their bit of points, fighting it out for the big title that ends in 3 more rounds, not including this. The grid is ready. 30 seconds. About everyone's out there. Still waiting for Freeman, Mazzaroli, Daly. Freeman, Mazzaroli and Daly. Daly's got a pit start, so we won't see him go on there. Mazzaroli waiting and Freeman we're waiting for. The last few seconds, 10 seconds to go, viewers. Get the popcorn ready. We are ready to go. Lights out. The Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship. All on the grid. Can hear them revving. We are green, green, green. We are off. Everyone's taken off nicely. I can't see anyone that seems to have bogged it down. Great line off the line there from James Scott and Rian Leonard. Already Leonard just pulled in behind him, but he's putting pressure on. We've got Jordan Mazzaroli is having a look. Oh, too wide already, first corner. Also Mazzaroli and Mueller going too wide behind there too. Looks like Mazzaroli, a little bit of a slide there. It might cause him some traction coming out of there, but James Scott and Leonard have already conceded dominance through this. Here we go from Ryan Mueller and Jordan Mazzaroli taking it wide, and then Mazzaroli has got Will Morgan and Stevie Banks, the two other Pelicans that are left in there. Mazzaroli is not finished with that position just yet. He's already having a look as they're coming through the S's down the back of the field. We've got some drivers going too wide still, but everyone has got off clean. No incidents as we see the front of the grid. James Scott and Rian Leonard have already asserted their dominance with already 6/10 on Ryan Mueller and slowly pulling that away. These boys are going to be extremely fast tonight. It's going to be an extremely tough race, especially once they start getting to the back markers. We're at 5.4 kilometres, so it might take them a bit of time, probably at the time where the tyres are starting to go. But the rest of the field looks really good, man. Everyone's slotted in absolutely nicely. But all orange, all Alan Mazzaroli by the look of it. No.
Wayne Edwards.
Sorry, who was that? Oh, Wayne Edwards.
Edwards.
Oh, is that self-inflicted across there? With his beautiful chrome livery. Looks like he's brake marker and just taking it out wide, unfortunately. He's done the safe thing and kept it off from the back there. But I'll tell you what, the fight down the bottom here as well, Clutterbuck and Mitchie Noble. Mitchie Noble has gone right up the backside of actually he's past Clutterbuck now, so Clutterbuck and him and Jason Douglas are having a great little fight. Looks like Mitchie's taking the inside line and trying to run the inside line into that bottom of the first corner. Look at them going down side by side. He's taking the inside line. Clutters has got the outside line. He's got a bit of pace for him. Mitch has disappeared off screen.
Oh, no.
Jason Douglas does not know where he is. Mitch might be completely gone now because he's not anywhere there. I think they're both like thinking, where is he going to pop out next? Because Jace Douglas has just got in front of Clutters. I don't think Clutters was really pushing hard there. He was trying to avoid the fact in case Mitchie popped back on track there. But looks like Noble has been sent to the pits by iRacing. Nope, he has left the session. He must have had a packet loss. That's unfortunate for him because he had a really, really good start in the back there.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. He was having a solid run so far, but connection just unfortunately not agreeing with him.
Ooh, it was the bump and run. It was 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 4, I think it was. I think 1, 2.
Oh, here comes Morgan. Oh, great move from William Morgan. Oh, but it's not complete. They're still going to be side by side. Great defense from Jordan Mazzaroli, and he takes a spot back. Wow. I thought he was done there, but he just ripped that position back from William Morgan.
That's amazing how these guys can just turn the position of this car around. We saw it last week. Jace Douglas take was a week before, take 3 cars for a couple of turns in the 86s. It was just pretty much one turn. There was a gap. He just went for it, took everyone out. Mitch got a ram error, so he's out. Unfortunately, possibly he'll be able to make it back for the feature race. So that always doesn't count you out. Look at this. We've got Travis Daly with looks like that's Alan Mazzaroli beside him. Excuse me.
Lipsky, it looks like.
Yeah, Martin Lipsky. Oh, yeah, Alan's the other colour. At least the boys have changed colours for us to keep us on track and keep us honest.
But it's much appreciated by us.
Yeah, it always is. Beautiful little battle there by, it looks like it is Chris Blanchard and Jason Douglas in the back of the pack, crossing over each other. Blanchard has just passed Jace Douglas, a beautiful little move, and Clutterbuck's in case in the back of them. This mid-pack fight is getting pretty spicy as well, but at the front of the pack, James Scott is starting to pull away a little bit from Leonard. She's got that to 7/10. And where did Thomas Freeman end up? Oh, didn't he start? Okay, he didn't start.
Yeah,
because
so that's right.
For qualifying.
Yeah, because there was that one grid box that was empty there in the top 5 when the lights went out.
Yeah. Oh well. He's missed out. Here we go. Bit of a readdress going. Oh
no!
Alan Mazzaroli. We said that in unison, mate.
Holy cannoli, Alan Mazzaroli in the wall.
I think we almost made me sound American then. Have a look at these 2 bikes.
Oh no! It was. He had help in that.
Yeah, but he had help, but the other car had nowhere to go. The other car was already 2 wheels on the grass, just to avoid contact. So here's the replay. Look, he's out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll leave that for the boys. My brain can't handle the RC stuff today.
Yeah, that's honestly a close call on both sides. Because like he was there, but he wasn't all that far alongside. So it's a tough call from race control. I don't know how they're going to rule it. I'm right with you on that. I give up. That's why I'm up here.
That's why I hate doing race control stuff. I'll leave that for Monday nights. But Martin Lipsky is having a great bit of fun here with Troy Stone Street, who is a pretty good fast driver, but he's been all sorts a little bit late. He's up 10 places, so things are going well. Probably just lacking a bit of practice in the moment, Stoney. We'll have to chat to him at some point, hopefully soon. But he's usually at the pointy end. We're missing Billy Mole tonight too, which is unfortunate. We can't see him out there at the moment. I know that he was having work stuff as well. But James Scott.
Ooh. Man,
What was the
Liam
ooh?
Amos got real sideways coming out of the corner in front of Lipsky. He even kicked up a bit of dust for his troubles too.
So
Also,
take some of this.
Can I just say the way the front of Liam Amos's car is bothering me, because the little bits of black on the edges of the bumper makes it look like he has front end damage.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah.
It looks like even the grill looks wrong.
Yeah, I keep having to retrain my brain and go, no, he hasn't hit anything. It's just the paint. Oh no!
Zaroli, he's really mucking around with my feng shui out there. Leave the sound alone, guys. Give me ages to rake that with my little rake. Battle on the second screen is still going hot. Blanchard and Clutterbuck and Jace Douglas. These boys have been up and around each other now for about 3 or 4 laps. Finally, Jace has taken Blanchard, but Clutterbuck is following them as well. I might just take that to a wider angle. Oh no, that was the wrong camera. That definitely did not work. Steve, mental note: don't play with cameras while they're on screen. But look at the crap that's on the track just there as well. There's a lot of rubbish that's come onto that track.
Yeah, that is the one bad thing about a classic type circuit with the gravel runoff is when you run back on the track, you basically make your own feng shui garden on the track, because you saw William Morgan getting all kinds of sideways, and one of his Pelican teammate behind also getting sideways. Look at everyone just power sliding through all the debris.
That corner in the bottom screen I just went through was full of it. It was literally just, you could see the track the cars were making through it as they were going through. But some battles that are going on that are pretty cool. Obviously, we saw the Stone Street boys, Stone Street, Lipsky and Weston and Dan Bartouche are all down the bottom. So I might take that screen down to Lee Amos, because they've got a great little battle there. I might pick Stoney. What about, no, they're a bit too, oh, that was a bit of a move I just missed. Scotty Weston having a go at Team Tulip. Who we got on the big screen, mate? We've got, it looks like, is that Dave Arney? No?
No, this is a battle for fourth. These two have not gotten away from each other at all. Morgan and Jordan Mazzaroli.
Yeah. It almost looks like they've all settled down a bit, because the times are gapping out a bit. Morgan and Mazzaroli are that's 8/10 gap there that you can see. Then Stevie Banks has got pressure coming from Brandon Levin, Dave Arney and John Gallen. And then there's another battle pack that's forming behind them with Jace Douglas, Chris Blanchard, that we can see on the bottom. They're all sort of morphing into one as well. We're down to the last 9 minutes. So, oh, look at this.
Oh.
He's got a bit wide there to avoid the... oh, no, that's Di Feldman with Maisie. Maisie's made a very, very tight move there on Di Feldman. He didn't even offer her a Kleenex. That's how close it went. That just went straight across her nose. But she hasn't backed off at all. Have a look at Di go. She's putting the pressure on and making sure he knows that that was not going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy to retain that spot.
Yeah, she wasn't even fazed by it.
No.
Everyone else was watching it, but didn't mess her up at all. Oh, she's going to have a fantastic run through this corner.
He's put the pressure on. Maisie's feeling it too.
Yeah, but looked like to me she just backed off way too early. I think if she would have tried to send that a little harder, I think she would have got him easily.
Yeah. It does, viewers, it does look slower because we're watching two Chevs. Well, have a look at this. Oh, Daniel Clutterbuck sending it down the outside. Is he going to be able to make the move come through? He's going there. He's got Blanchard on the inside. Blanchard's got the faster line.
Oh, he overcooked it.
Yeah, he's just missed the brake marker and just barely held that coming through the corner. From what was going to be a spectacular move, he's now put himself under pressure. And now he's got Peter Pav from PR putting the pressure on him. And these boys have been racing around each other for some time now, and they're both very fair racers. They know how each other moves, how each other races, where their strengths are.
Yeah, I think he might have put a little too much brake in it, because I saw right as he was getting at the turn-in point, the car kind of wiggled, like it may have locked the rears ever so slightly, and he just had to go wide to just hold on to the car. Oh, and speaking of going wide, and oh!
I reckon there could be a setup issue there. It looks like he's having trouble turning the car in.
Yeah, but I don't know how he kept it on the track. He just barely kicked up a little bit of dirt, but yeah, he did an incredible job to keep it like 95% on the bright green pavement.
Yeah, I reckon he's trying to get the early apex here to get the car rotating around and keep it hard. Done well there, because that big fast right-hander and the one before it where he was coming and missed the apex, maybe, I'm not sure, a setup, or maybe he's just not bonding with his brakes at the moment.
Yeah, which could very well be a setup thing too, but he got through the braking zone of that corner very well.
Yeah. Down the main straight. He's got nice and close. There's literally 3/10 behind him. How big's the draft on this? He's down to 2/10. IRacing says catch you later. SDK does anyway. It looks like he's got the nice line here, nice and controlled, beautifully tucked in. He's got a bit of pressure behind him as well. He's got Travis Daly having a sniff at the same time, so he's kept it clean and also very aware of Daly behind him. But he doesn't. Seems like he can get up and around him, but he hasn't got enough to get past him now.
No, but did you see the send from Daly? He caught up so much in the braking zone. It was crazy. And then he immediately lost it all and then some. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden that gap just ballooned for Daly behind these two.
Still battling it out, still putting the pressure on. Look at this. Oh, Clutter seems to be getting him under brakes. But he's... Oh!
Yeah. Whoa!
Oh. Tell you what, Peter Pav's not having trouble turning the car. But Clutter's is, by the look of it. I don't know.
Wow.
He can't go near as pointy as Pav's car. He just doesn't seem to be having enough to get in underneath him very quickly.
Yeah, but it seems to be working for him again. You see, he is all over the back of that Camaro.
We're taking the straighter line there on both parts. That's a good thing about being able to follow. You can always break that little bit later and always try to take a straighter line. Tell you what, bottom screen is heating up as well. We've got Scotty Weston with Andrew Cowan and Chris Tomlin having a bit of a crack here. Cowan and Tomlin are fighting off. Talon's going for the break. Oh, he's locked it up. He's locked it up and he's pushed the both wide. And now, oh no, look at that. Chris Tomlin just took that. He just went, thank you very, very much. I'll take that. That's going to be on Cowie, that one.
Those are the two easiest passes he'll make all night.
Yeah, he made it very easy for him. I think he's readdressed it, but now he's having another go at the same time, putting the pressure on. Here it is here now. You can see Cowie looks like he's sent it, but then he's realised that, I might not be able to pull this up. Here he is now. He's locked up. He's a passenger. He's door by door. He's pulled it out, and then Tomlin's just snuck in on the inside nicely, said, thank you very much for the roses.
Yeah, thankfully he loaded up enough to where they still stayed on track and it wasn't any worse than that, but yeah.
And door by door as well, which not much damage. The damage on door by door isn't that bad. It's which when your front hits Oh, car 4 is requesting tow. Car 4, Alan Mazzaroli.
Oh.
Where is he? Oh, he's... Oh, Cowie got pinned for that one, so he's got instant responsibility on that. He's got post-race penalties. Mazzaroli is... Oh, he's trying to catch it. Oh, that thing has had a big shunt. Look at that. Oh, man. He's got a bit of a tail slapper there. And we are, what are we down? We are down to the last 2 minutes. So the boys down to pointy end. After all that little bit of action in the mid-pack. My thing is completely wrong, so I'm not even going to go there. What's the story on the boards for the front of the grid, mate? Let's have a look. James Scott has pulled out 4 seconds on Ryan Leonage. And then we've got Ryan Mueller behind him, Mazzaroli, Will Morgan, Stevie Banks, Brandon Levin. The battle between Brandon Levin and Stevie Banks is still hot on its heels. Are we on the final lap? Because we are down to the 42 seconds. Have we had the safety car? And the safety car, the white flag, come out? I have not seen it. Let's take it to the Cobes because we don't want to miss these boys coming through the front of the grid as much as we are loving the battles from the back end of the field. But we've got 22 seconds left. So I'm assuming that this is going to be one more lap. Will the system tell us? Might not be. He hasn't made it there yet. This could be it. This could be him coming across the final few corners. James Scott's coming through there. It'd be great to know if the system would come into gear, but we've got James Scott coming through as the leader, coming from the final corner, taking out, by the look of it, one more lap to go. Oh, man. Can we see the battle between those two? I will let you see the battle on the second screen, but we've got the lap winner, the heat winner who's coming through. Stevie Banks has finally pulled away from Brandon Levin. They were about a couple of tenths going between them, but they have gone through. Ryan Leonard has got himself in a comfortable second place, and Ryan Mueller has got himself in a comfortable third place. He's pulled it out 4 tenths on Jordan Mazzaroli, who's sitting in 4th, Will Morgan 5th, Stevie Banks 6th. Reverse top 10. Jacob Trainer and Dave Arney on the first row, according to this as we speak. But that could change.
Yeah, once again, just another incredible performance from James Scott. He took control of the race right off of the rip from pole position, and he just never looked back.
That's their seconds, Mitch, not laps. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Heat 1 of the Warren & Brown V8 Supercars for the pros coming across. Going to be interesting. Brandon Levin and John Gallen are still fighting it out for the Pro-Ams. It looks like Healy might have the AMs for this one, but we've got James Scott coming through the final few corners. Nice and cruisy. He's not breaking any records at the moment because he's got himself a good lap gap as James Scott comes across for the Heat 1 and takes out the top stop, the first place as he comes across the line for the Warren & Brown V8 Supercar Championship Heat 1. Ryan Leonard comes across in 2nd place. Ryan Mueller comes across in 3rd place, and Jordan Mazzaroli comes out the top 4 with his team in 4th place, and Will Morgan in 5th, Stevie Banks 6th, Brandon Levin in 7th. Johnny Gallen in 8th, Dave Arney in 9th, and Jacob Trainer in 10th. So a great little reverse grid as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your results for Heat 1 of the Warren & Brown V8 Supercar Championship, Heat 1 of Round 6. James Scott in 1st place has taken that out over Ryan Leonard by 5.8 seconds. In 3rd place, Ryan Mueller, a further 10 seconds behind. There are your top 3. James Rain. That's a very well-known singer. James, Rian, and Ryan. Jordan Mazzaroli in 4th place. 5th place by Will Morgan. 6th place by Stevie Banks. 7th place, Brandon Levin. 8th place by John Gallen. 9th by Dave Arney. And 10th by Jacob Trainer. Have a look at the Pelicans in the top 10. Doing extremely well. Reverse top 10, viewers. This is going to be spectacular. We're going to watch Rian Leonage and James Scott battle their way through some very, very fast boys. Trainer, Williams, Morgan, Banksy. Who was the other one that I was looking at? Levin. So it's going to be a lot of fun, mate. This is going to be where it all heats up.
Absolutely. It's going to be wild watching these guys try to make their way through the field. And as we saw, and as we've mentioned a few times, passing isn't going to be easy. So Scott, Leonage, etc. are going to have their work cut out for them here.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to... No more words downstairs. Everyone seems to be quiet. Everyone's just recharging their batteries by the look of it.
Yeah, we finally get the opportunity to just rest and prepare ourselves for the upcoming 40 minutes of fun.
It's some sick fun. We've got some... Got a fair few viewers out there tonight, which is awesome to see. We've been averaging on YouTube only in the 30 mark, but then there's also people in Facebook as well watching. So thank you all. So thank you for joining us and being part of the show and asking questions and keeping the live chat going. If you are watching and you want to see someone, please let us know. We are always here to try to get the second cam going. What's the prediction, mate?
Well, even though passing is going to be difficult, it still doesn't seem right to not count on the top 3 to make their way back to the top 3, especially this week, as we've seen the much bigger gaps than what we've kind of been accustomed to from qualifying. It just seems like Scott, Leonage, and Mueller just once again have so much pace in their cars right now.
Yeah, Mueller has really stepped up, hasn't he? He started as a decent pro, but his times are very, very, very close to what the boys are producing over a bigger distance. Yeah, okay, the tenths that he's behind a little bit to sort of spread out. But I'll tell you what, on a lap by lap pace, he's doing extremely well. He's getting faster as every round goes.
And the important thing is he's consistent. You rarely see him make any serious mistakes, and that's the hardest thing to work on as a driver. Pace, that comes and goes, but it's hard to be able to do the same thing lap after lap. That's where the top guys really separate themselves from the other cars on track, is not necessarily just being the fastest, it's being the fastest over lap by lap by lap. So once you got that down, it's a bit easier to then work up the pace. Easier in massive quotation marks, obviously.
If you looked at telemetry of the fast boys like James Scott and Rian Leonage on a track like this, you would see apex hit at the same spot. You would see gear changes hit at the same spot. The throttle input, braking inputs would be very similar as well. They'd have it down pat. They'd know exactly how much trail brake to put in, exactly how much slip angle to get out of the car for different corners. The really fast guys will play with their bias from corner to corner as well. So things like that. Some guys just go for it, but some guys use those bloody steering wheels like like they're playing a Game Boy, you know. It's just like moving this, moving that. You see what they do in Formula One and some of the bigger sports. It's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that just because I forget every so often. It's like, what brake bias was I using here? It's like, oh wait, I was supposed to adjust the knob there. Whoops.
My problem is that I'm just too stupid. Well, we've got the clock is ticked over. The warm-up is completed. So they will be going out to grid soon. Getting ready for some action. There's a few keen boys already. Oh, they were out there. There's a few keen boys straight away appeared on track. But let's see how they go now. Okay. 40 minutes of fun. Bit of pit strategy involved. Bit of fuel saving involved. Oh, great little battle pack in the back there as well. So we'll start it off, ladies and gentlemen. So the qualifying, that's the grid, is first place is going to be Jacob Trainer and Dave Arney. Jacob did this a few weeks ago as well. So we know he can handle the pressure up the front. Dave Arney is on the second row, on the first row with him. Second row is John Gallen with Brandon Levin. Third row is Stevie Banks and his teammate William Morgan. In the fourth row is Jordan Mazzaroli and Ryan Mueller. And fifth row, the deadly row, is Ryan Leonage and James Scott, the two guys that finished in first and second. So it's going to be a lot of fun out there. G'day, Ash. Thanks for watching, pal. That's from Brandon. If you are on Facebook, we can hear you as well, so you can actually message us because the system that we've got set up allows that. Last to first challenge for Mitchie. Yeah. Good luck, Mitch. That's all I got to say. Because there's going to be a lot of fun coming through this pack. We are down to 124, so we've got about a minute and a half to go before we get this 40-minute firing. If you do support us, support the people that support us. Mozaracing, Warren Brown Tools, Shunt Scenery, Night Shift Collection, Grim Industries, PDD, Phoenix Driver Development, Mozaracing, and the legends that they are, Warren Brown Tools. I actually saw Nicky Martin put a post out there. He went out there and got his torque wrench tuned up and serviced the other day. So it does happen, and they do look after you. All right. Well, there, mate. 30 seconds, Watto. 30 seconds of pain.
I know. It's always so difficult because, you know, what do we say when we're waiting for the countdown to finish and everyone to hit the grid?
So we start praying for some of these boys, because I'll tell you what, there's going to be some pressure out the front of this grid. There's going to be maybe a little bit of code brown as well. But we are down to the last 6 seconds. We are just about ready to start rocking. Everyone is out on the grid. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the feature for round 6 of the Warren and Brown V8 Supercars Championship on Tuesday night for SRW. Warren and Brown have been out here supporting us like crazy for a long time. We are ready. We are go, go, go. Everyone gets off really well. Brandon Levin in the about third row bogged it down a little bit. But we have got John Gallen putting pressure on Jacob Trainer already. Trainer's got the inside line. Stevie Banks has got himself up there. We've got 4 wide coming across the back there. 3 wide turning into 2. Everyone stayed clear to give everyone a heap of space. Oh, we got 2 Pelicans.
Oh, no! Oh, it's not
Oh, man, I'm not even going to think about unpacking that at the moment. I can't even hear it being called out. But that was damage. It looked like it was 2 Pelican cars hitting each other at the beginning there, but it was like 4 wide coming into 2, coming into 1. So we'll see what happens with that as we speak. But Jacob Trainer came out of that in first place with Stevie Banks. Jordan Pro Mazzaroli is up into third. Ryan Mueller in fourth already. Ryan Mueller up 4 places. Travis Daly up 8 places, got himself up the pointy end as well. Willie Morgan and Stone Street up 11 places into 7th already. That catastrophe has moved the race around a little bit. Here we go. Bit of pressure already. We're going to go for a replay here. It's going to be hard to unbox this, but it looks like... Oh, 2 Pelicans. Oh, no.
Oh, it was Gallon.
Looks like 2 Pelicans got together and one backed it out, and then he became a sitting duck for everyone. Oh, poor dude. That sucks.
I think it might have been Jonathan Gallon. I think he got loose trying to take the lead from Trainer and had to back it down to hold on to it, but unfortunately was right in front of everyone and nowhere to go. Just almost the entire field plowing into him, and that took out the top 2 in the championship, or at least heavily damaged their cars. I'm not sure if they're out.
We have got Leonard is down in 25th place at the moment. That car is looking very secondhand. He was unfortunate. He was pretty much coming around that corner, and the car was just there in front of him, so he drove straight into that. I think
there he is, down pit road.
Yeah, he's going in for repair. And I think that's James Scott. Yeah, that's what we thought. No further action for that. It was just cars losing traction. No one's real fault, but it's unfortunate that it came out the way it did. James Scott is down in 19th place, so I don't think he's gone through the pits yet. No, he hasn't. So he didn't sustain as much damage as the rest of them. But here we got now, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Mazzaroli can smell blood in the water. He is chasing down the Stevie Banks and putting a lot of pressure on him. Behind him is Ryan Mueller as well. Ryan and Stevie have got an opportunity here to work together and get themselves both on the podium, which has been a while. I haven't seen Banksy on the podium for a while. Be good to see him down the pointy end. Mazzaroli is the sandwich in here between the Pelicans, but this is giving Jacob Trainer the opportunity to pull away a bit. Stevie Banks is now 1.25 seconds off Trainer, and Trainer's no slouch. He's been driving very well in this series so far this season.
Yeah, we showed James Scott briefly, and I couldn't really tell if that car had any damage. I think Scott got out very lucky. You could even say he got out scot-free.
I was waiting for it. I could almost feel the tumblers falling into places, the gears changing positions as that was coming out, mate. And we've got them here already. Here's Stevie Banks now getting a lot of pressure here from Jordan Mazzaroli. Is he going to have a sniff on the inside? He's having a bit of a walk. Banks has left a little bit of the door open, and just enough for Mazzaroli to put his car in there. Banks is playing it safe, but Ryan Mueller has come in very hot underneath Mazzaroli there and followed him through. This could have been maybe a bit of a plan to get Ryan up to the pointy end so he could fight the fight.
Meanwhile, we're looking at the other Mazzaroli, Allen, sitting in a real good 23rd place right now, trying to recover from a very rough sprint, very rough heat for him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough night down there in the office for Ryan Leonard and Jason Douglas. They are down the very back at the moment in 29th and 28th position. Johnny Gallen, who was in that incident, down in 26th. Bradley Mays, Danny Bartouche, down 5. The biggest mover so far is Troy Stone Street in 6th place, up 12 positions. So he did very well to get out of that. Very well.
Yeah, that's the great thing about if you start mid-pack and there's a massive get-together, is that if you avoid it, you get a whole lot of freebies.
Yeah,
you see Mazzaroli just heating up the rear Jacob Trainer.
95. where's car 95?
That
Danny Bartouche. Danny Bartouche just called in, moving under brakes. So Alan Mazzaroli is blocking his run through there. He goes trainer with Mazzaroli. That's not. It is Mazzaroli. He's got it right up beside him. What's happened to the trainer? He had a 1.5 gap. Then it's just disappeared while we were gone for a few seconds. But Mazzaroli's taken that beautifully. Too wide. Trainer's giving him a lot of respect, maybe a little bit too much by giving him that little bit extra space. But I tell you what, who can definitely smell blood? These boys are putting some chum in the water for Ryan Mueller. Mueller is got his car 4 late move under brakes. Oh, that was the incident we just spoke about. Have a look at Mazzaroli go here. He has pulled that out straight away. He's down to 5/10 of Jacob Trainer and Ryan Mueller in third.
Yeah, he's showing some massive pace right now. He just ran down Trainer, and now he's leaving him behind. Like, holy cannoli, Jordan Mazzaroli. He's got some massive speed tonight.
Yeah, he has. He is cracking it like crazy. His last lap was a 1:55.011. So he's 5/10 faster at the moment than Jacob Trainer in that thing. And he goes Ryan Mueller taking the inside. Jacob's maybe he's gone out too hot, too quick. Or he's just playing it safe because you know what? He's a Pro-Am. He doesn't need to win this race. He's winning the race at the moment for his class. So he just needs to stay in a safe battle and avoid any massive contact with these boys. So he's got Travis Daly, who is another 1, 2, 3, 4 places behind him for that title at the moment. Chris Tomlin's reading the AMs tonight in this race as well.
Yeah, you saw Daly just make it into the shot as we move to a different camera. So all he needs to do is just, focus forward, and he should be able to keep the class lead for pretty much the rest of it.
Yeah.
But, he's still got a lot of these other pros heating up the rear of that car trying to get by. And Daly is starting to make a little ground.
Yeah, he is. I've got the bottom cam on the Pelicans mobbing the TBSRW car at the moment. Jacob Trainer, Brandon Levin is got the pressure of Dave Arney and Peter Pav in front of him, so they're having a great little battle here. Trainer is surprised me, done extremely well, and good composure for a Pro-Am at the pointy end with all the pros fighting around them. But James Scott is in 16th place at the moment. What's he doing? He's doing what? He's stuck in a pack with 157s at the moment, so he can't unleash the pace at the moment. Rian is just set the fastest lap with a 154.278, so he's on the chase. He's hoping for a safety car. That's what he's hoping, so he can get himself unlapped and get back in the fight.
Yeah, I'm amazed they were able to get that car fixed so well and so quickly. It didn't even seem like he was on pit road all that long, but he popped out, and that car looks almost brand new.
Yeah, he's done a great job. The team is super fast out there. Maybe they've got a genie in the bottle. They just give it a bit of rub. But Brandon Lemon just made a beautiful pass under brakes on the back of Peter Pav. That came out of nowhere. But have a look at this. Down the main straight. He's taking the inside line at the moment, opening up for the corner. Going out wide. He's got Pav right on the back of him. He's got another PER boy on the inside of it. Oh, Pav's lost a place to his own teammate there. He's lost a place to Dave Arney through all that. And Daniel Clutterbuck has got himself back in the action as well. Looks like he's got a bit of pace for the heat and putting a lot of pressure on at the moment. 3/10 of the back of Peter Pav. Pav just came out of that losing 3 spots.
Yeah, you'll get that sometimes. Sometimes you think you're going to be able to cut your way through a big pack and get yourself a bunch of positions. And sometimes you're the one giving up the bunch of positions. Is Brad May slow?
As we got here, Bradley Mays taking the inside line.
Oh,
He locked it up
what?
completely. He's lost it on the inside there under brakes. That's unfortunate. So
Yeah, like,
coming
look
across
at
here
him.
he is. He's taken the inside and he's locked up right there. And he's a passenger just as he's hit the apex. Oh, he's lucky. The rest of the cars weren't that badly damaged. So I'm not sure how that one's going to go. It might be no further action, self-penalising. As long as the other cars haven't got too much damage out of that. But Trainer is still the cork in the bottle, as we're seeing at the moment. He has got Stevie Banks following him with Will Morgan, Stone Street, and Travis Daly, all very close to each other and keeping the pressure on Jacob Trainer, who is the last of the podium spots. Have a look at the boys, having a look here. This is one of the spots that keep putting him under pressure, trying to take the inside line. It looks very much like Stevie Banks is trying to take the inside line, and his teammate, Will Morgan, taking a little bit of a wider line to stop the Stone Street of coming in underneath them then. A little bit too much dirt there. Oh, that was so close. I don't know how Morgan held on to that. Well, actually, that was Banksy that did that. And Morgan's just got places with him. Whoa, that was so close.
Yeah, thankfully
That's
he
what
only
Stone
lost.
tried to do it. Look at Stoney. He's right on the back there. He can smell blood at the moment.
Yeah, that was a pretty big moment for Banks. He's lucky he only lost one spot out of it, but at the rate he's going, he might lose more, because you said it, Stone Street is all over him right now, and Daly is following through. Daly sees blood in the water in his own class. He's got the race leader for them right there, just a couple cars in front.
Yeah, he does. Trainer has done an exceptional job keeping that third place. He's got that 3-car buffer between him and Daly, which is awesome. Levin is putting that pressure on for another podium finish. In the AMs, I believe it is... who is it in the AMs at the moment that's leading that? Is it Tomlin? Yep, so Tomlin's leading the AMs at the moment, so he's having a cracker of a night. But everyone's just sort of leaving him alone. He's got Noble and Scotty Weston behind him. Fair bit of distance, but nothing but pressure. But I tell you what, I'm going to go to the boys that are fighting over here. Where's Clutterbuck gone? There he is, the mid-pack. Have a look at this. Clutters is having a look right now. He's going inside of Peter Pav, on the outside, I should say. He's having a look. They're too wide. He's got the draft of one of the Pelicans. So he's got the run through there. Has he got enough to hold him under brakes? Pav has taken him a little bit wider. Clutters is still putting the pressure on as he's coming up the middle of the hill. He's got the inside run. Oh, Peter Pav's own teammate got in the way a bit then. He had to brake a little bit earlier. But Clutters, the gentleman he is, he's still fighting. He's giving him a lot of space. But has he given him too much again? He has. He's let him off the leash and let him go for a bit more. So Peter Pav's got away with that one, but the pressure is still on from Clutters.
Yeah, fantastic defensive driving from Pav. Being able to battle back and retake that position. Clutter almost had it complete a couple times, but Peter able
a bit
to...
of hesitance from him? He's getting in the position to make the move, but he's just not confident to keep going. It looks like he's got himself a few times in a good spot, and he's a gentleman racer, and so does Peter Pav. You saw the space they gave each other was heaps. Yeah, so that probably was one thing that sort of kept him a little bit, but I don't know, it just seems like he gets in the spot, he's ready to make the move, but he hasn't pulled the trigger yet.
I think he might have for the last corner when Pav was able to finally complete the repass, but I felt like he was driving as hard as he theoretically could in some of those corners. You know, he was kind of on the back foot of a couple of them, so he fought back as hard as he could, but I just don't know how much more he really could have done at that point.
Stone Street top screen right now. He's drafted like crazy. He's tried to come out a little bit, but I think he's come out the other end of it. He's trying to get a sniff of the over-under, but there's not enough room to make the impact there. That was great driving by Banksy. He took a very early defensive line and didn't give him the room that he needed to achieve that. He had a beautiful draft behind him down that straight.
Yeah, and even locked up just a tiny bit going into the corner, but it wasn't enough to where it really screwed him up. He was able to get to the apex like he needed to and held the position off. As you see a little bit in front of them, Morgan has gotten by Jacob Trainer.
Yeah, yep, he has. At the moment, we've got Jordan Mazzaroli leading the boys out by 2.2 seconds. Ryan Mueller in second place with his
Banks off in the gravel. So used to grass.
Oh
no, they make contact. Oh, they're both going off.
I don't know about that one. I don't think Banks had much room where else to go, but it's like Stoney just kept coming across. We'll leave that to the boys downstairs.
Oh, and he's spinning
no,
again.
He's got dirty tyres. Dirty tyres have cost him them.
Dirty and hot tires. Those tires were cooked from all the spinning.
Yeah, so I don't know if Banksy could have gone anywhere else.
No, I agree with you, Steve. I think Banks was just kind of the innocent bystander there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Stoney realised how close he was beside him there, because he just drifted across a little bit too much at that point. But that's given Ryan Mueller's gone in for a pit stop. Early pit stop by Mueller. Here we go. They are starting. Why has he gone in so early, though? This is going to be like the 20-minute mark by the time he gets out. So he's going to have 20 minutes left, I guess, too. So he's gone probably a fraction early for my liking. But following him in is Andrew Cowan and Troy Stone Street. I think Stone Street's gone in to get some repairs and pit at the moment, which is not a bad thing when you've lost all that pace, because now he's going to come out behind Ryan Mueller, which is not a bad thing at all. It could be a bit of an undercut for him. We'll be keen to see how this happens.
Yeah, I want to see how that undercut is going to work for Mueller. He was only less than 2 seconds behind Mazzaroli when he brought it down. So is it worth 2 seconds? If you're a Mazzaroli, I think you have to consider bringing it in right now. I don't know if you...
Down the bottom of the screen, have a look at this. James Scott and Ryan Leonage fighting out for 18th and 19th. James Scott's just come out of the pits as well, and he's come out right in front of Leonage. So now he's got a bit of a battle on his hands with Leonage behind him.
Yeah, but this
could be very interesting.
Yeah, but this is a bit of a misnomer, because I'm fairly certain Leonage is still going to have to make one more pit, since that pit for repairs, was pretty early.
Well, he hasn't. He's not triggered as he's done a pit, but I know he has. I'm not sure what SDK is doing. But anyway, we do digress, and we are going to keep having some fun because the driving out there. Jordan Mazzaroli's gone in. Okay, who was the other pitter that we saw before? That was Ryan Mueller. I'm going to go to Mueller. Coming around the track. We should swap. I should go on Mazzaroli. You should go on Mueller, so you can have the car's the big screen. But it is what it is. He's coming down. Where is he? He's coming down the back end as we speak. I'll swap it. And who was the other one we were looking at? For Christ's sake, Steve. Trainer.
Mazzaroli.
Mazzaroli. That's it. Mazzaroli is in that pit. I can't quite see him, but it looks like
this is going to be close.
He's moving. He's coming out as we see him down the bottom. And you can see him on the outside.
He's got him. Mueller got him.
Oh, Mueller's done it. Look at that. He hasn't just done it. He's done it. He got a great gap on him there. Great little pit stop. What was the differences in times for that pit? So let's have a look at that. Mazzaroli was up there. His pit was 11.37 on the sticks. Ryan Mueller was 10.88. So 5 tenths. And it's come out to be a 130.
Yeah, that's a strategy masterclass by Mueller right there.
Interesting. Very interesting. This is starting to spice it up a little bit. Rian, I don't know how he went through that lap 1. It was the incident, so he's behind James.
Oh!
Scott.
Miller getting by, die. She almost went off and had to gather it back up and just cost her a good amount of speed.
Yeah, the same thing. Mazzaroli come behind there as well. She's backed off the pace to let these boys through. James Scott has just set the fastest lap with a 1:53.328. So he's on the fly. He's got himself up to 13th now. And he's got a heap of boys in front of him that need to pit. So he could actually get himself back on the podium here. He is the next car that's pitted after Ryan Mueller and Jordan Mazzaroli. And he pitted in lap 10, so about the same time as Mazzaroli. Be an amazing undercut. Here we go. They're all dropping. Will Morgan, Brandon Levin, Mitchy Noble, Peter Pav, all in the pits. We've seen that. That's that middle battle pack that we saw. Trainer, where is he? Is he focused still on the lead position of the Pro-Ams? Jacob Trainer is now out on track, and he's come out, 2 spots behind Brendan Levin. His pit strategy didn't work out too well at all. 18 seconds. He took tyres. He must have taken tyres. He was on the sticks for 18 seconds. Dave Varney, who's in front of him, 11.2, and Brandon Levin was only 10 seconds. So he's lost 3 spots by being out there on the sticks for so long. But the battle is still there. It's nice and hot. As you can see, the boys here putting pressure on Levin, making sure that he is solid all the way through. That's Dave Arney behind Brendan Levin, you can see there, followed by Jacob Trainer. Bottom of the screen, we've got Jordan Mazzaroli and we've got Jordan Mazzaroli and my brain
Ryan Mueller.
left the. What was that?
Ryan Mueller.
Ryan Mueller, thank you. My brain just left me for a second. Sorry, Grandma Lee. Could I forget his name, huh? How rude. But the pressure is on everywhere, isn't it? It's we've got battle fights going on. Morgan's on the back of James Scott at the moment. As you can see in the top screen, he's really putting some mega pressure on James Scott. And then we've got Mazzaroli and Mueller on the bottom screen fighting out for the top few positions. Maybe Will Morgan's thinking here, no, mate, you're not going to get this. I'm getting this. Scotty Weston is now pitting. He was up in second place.
Yeah, you're right. He really hasn't left the atmosphere of James Scott.
Yeah, look at him. He's got some pace out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is he going to have a dip, or is he just going to follow him? I'd be following for the moment. I'd be following and looking after my tyres for a battle bit later on. If he's got that pace at the moment. Yeah, look at that.
Is that a battle for the lead on the bottom screen?
Yeah,
or
yes,
what might be the effective lead?
Yep, we've got Mazzaroli on the inside line, Mueller on the outside line. They're going side by side, keeping it clean. Mueller's got him still. He's got him nicely. Kept it clean. Both of them gave each other a lot of space, but it's not over. Mazzaroli's still got the fighting lines going. Very, very, very fast, these boys. They've got some cracking pace at the moment, and they've got some cojones. Because look how close they're coming through these corners.
I know, you can hardly even see the radiator inlets from Mazzaroli's car.
Not bad fight for 2 chefs. Oh, here we go. Is Jordan gonna? No, it looks like. You know what? Ryan's looking very comfortable out there. He's not really changing his racing line to accommodate the fact he's got a fast car behind him. He's sticking to his racing line and just going for it.
Meanwhile, Mazzaroli has given it everything that car is capable of, pretty much since the lights went out, because I saw him when he was leading. That rear kicked out a couple times when he was out front, so you know for a fact that there's nothing being held back in that 061. As Mueller's doing a little bit of a snake, and Mazzaroli, he's sending it. Whoa! Oh, and there's some contact.
A little bit of tail shaking going on. Bit of traction lost there by Mueller, but Mueller's still got the inside line. He's done extremely well to recover from that. While we were doing that, Jacob Traeger and Brendan Levin were having a swap down the bottom as well. So my eyes were like I was going cross-eyed there because there was two awesome actions going on.
I think Mazzaroli kind of lit off and let him gather it back up, because with how much speed Mueller lost from that, Mazzaroli should have got him, but I think Jordan lit up and let him back ahead, doing the proper thing and trying to make sure he doesn't cop a potential penalty for that little bit of contact.
I've got to tell you something. While all that action was happening, Will Morgan passed James Scott.
That's got to be the best feeling if you're William Morgan.
Yeah, he'd be super pumped. Can we get a copy of that, mate? Let's see what kind of pass he made here. Who did what and where? See if we can find the replay, because that's a significant passing move that we see. And look at these boys just fighting it across. He hasn't given up. Scott's putting the pressure on Morgan as well down the bottom screen at the moment, and they're catching up to Stevie Banks too. So looks like that battle pack is starting to catch up the pointy end of the thing, and Will Morgan is fighting for that third place, last step on the podium with James Scott. Here's a replay. This is the pass of Will Morgan on James Scott. So he's got down the main straight. Morgan's on the back of him. He's got it nice and tight. Will Scott pull out wide, or will Morgan pull out wide? Both of them follow the race line nicely. Morgan has taken a dip under brakes. Nice, brave move there.
Oh!
Little bit of a touch. Little bit of dodgy-bargy. But tell you what, Morgan did extremely well through there. He had a battle and came out the winner of that. But as we go on, Morgan down the bottom has now in real life swapped places with Stevie Banks. Stevie Banks is now the cork that is holding up James Scott. You can just see it. Oh, Scott's got the inside of Banks. Oh! Banks and Scott have come together. They've come together. They're both on. Whoa! Don't know about that one. Oh, my God. That. Not sure what happened there. Oh. So Banksy and Morgan swapped at one point. Maybe we can replay the swap between Banksy and Morgan as well. Because, it looks like Banksy's come off the dirt and back on, or maybe a tyre off the dirt. Not sure what happened there. But we'll leave that down to race control. That got a bit messy real quickly then. There was a bit of a swap earlier on with Morgan and Banksy. Banksy is now dropped down to 9th place. James Scott, who was fighting for that final 3rd spot, is now down in 12th place. This has brought the race back to Ryan Leonage. Is he going to be able to make this all the way through without pitting? This is the question. No, he's in the pits now. Just as I said it. He got himself into a battle spot and he's coming in. Where's he going to come out? Because there's a few cars that are coming out at the moment of the pits as well. Stevie Banks has gone in, probably for a bit of panel beating as well. But Rian is going to come out somewhere in the battle packs. Maybe if you get some clean hair, you'll be lucky. That's going to be the key. I know that when Laz is doing... 077 has got... Stevie Banks has got... I think he's got a drive-through for that one that we saw on James Scott. It was a bit hard for him we saw, but yeah, from what you could tell, it looked like he might have got a bit of grass on the outside and slung across. Not sure.
Yeah, you definitely see the car kind of move a little bit. Oh, battle for the lead!
Here we go. Great work there.
Mazzaroli.
We are down to the last 9 minutes. It's not over.
Oh, no, it's not.
Great bit of work by both these boys tonight.
Oh, Mueller got a little sideways.
Mates down the bottom screen fighting as well. Scotty Weston and Chris Tomlin having a bit of an argy-bargy at the moment, and I'll flick it across to the boys behind them soon, because that's Blanchard, Cowan, and Noble having a bit of fun. The rest of all pretty much waiting for one more pitter to go. Blanchard's the only one left to pit in the top 20. Healy, Lipsky, and Bradley Mays are still yet to pit. So that's not going to really affect the back end of the fight. But Blanchard's still in a pivotal position in 14th. When he pits, it's going to open up Cowan onto the back of Scotty Weston.
So you see a nice little 3-car battle here on the bottom screen.
Yeah, look, we've got Blanchard, Cowan, and Noble. You should be able to see that on the timing tower I sent you, yeah? Should be in highlighted green. Look at these. Oh, Scotty Weston and Chris Tomlin having a bit of fun there. That was very close. Travis Daly, 777, just called something in, and he's following Will Morgan, and he's behind Brandon Levin. Okay, he's coming in about a blue flag situation. Jace Douglas is in his way at the moment.
Yeah, Douglas obviously getting some of the worst damage in that lap 1 incident. I wager to say he might have gotten the worst damage out of anyone.
Yeah, he did, yeah. There's a few cars that really slowed parts of other cars in that incident. Brown's down in 18th now, and James Scott up in 10th. So the points between them are total battling points. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes out at the pointy end afterwards. We've got Mazzaroli and Ryan Mueller still very, very close as well. They're not leaving each other's side at the moment. Their lap times are very competitive. Ryan is actually the last lap about 10th and a half faster. But that's nothing through these. He's 4/10 off the back of him at the moment. Riding that curve a little bit more aggressively than Jordan Mazzaroli did. Giving him the headlights, saying, "I'm here, buddy, I'm here." But if you look at Mazzaroli's headlights, he's got little red spots in there like their eyes.
And you know what's really cool? Look at the tower. There are more pro-ams in the top 10 than there are pros.
Yeah, that initial turn 1 incident wiped out a lot of pros. A lot of pros. Look at them. They're all the way down. Travis Daly and Levin are still fighting it out for the pro-ams. Daly and then we've got in the AMs, we've got Scotty Weston and Chris Tomlin fighting for the AMs down the bottom. And they're actually side by side as we speak, so I'll take the second camera down to them. Tomlin is losing his way on Weston. Weston's been away for a bit, come back to racing with work, I think it was. He was away for work, and he's pulling away from Tomlin at the moment. Leonard just set the fastest lap, mate. 1:53.316. That's a cracking time. That's quicker than practice 1.
Yeah, I think Leonard's just still gonna have an opportunity to make up a few more positions. He was last time I saw he was only about a second or so back from the next car in front of him.
Yeah, he's 6/10 off Andrew Cowan, and the car in front of him is Mitch Noble. He could probably get himself back up into the top 10. Probably not quite top 10, but maybe up the top 13 or 12, because the 12th car to 11th car is a 6-second gap. That's a big gap to make when we have 4 minutes left. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make too much of an impact going through, but at the moment we've got Jordan Mazzaroli leading the feature race for the Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercars Round 9 Championship run. With some critical points there as well for Ryan Mueller. Consistency is the key, as we said earlier on. He's got some critical points there to get against Scotty Weston and Round Leonage. So the latter is going to be a big spin round next week.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're Mueller, you kind of got to be thinking to yourself, it's like, man, Leonage and Scott get caught up in incidents, and it's like, oh, I might be able to win. And then there's Jordan Mazzaroli coming from almost seemingly nowhere, which is some mega pace tonight. And honestly, mega pace the last couple weeks.
Yeah, he has. He's definitely lifting form in this car. Finished 5th in the qualifying. So not a bad pace at all tonight. Few tenths off the big boys, but as we said at the beginning of the race, it's consistency that wins these races. It's keeping it clean. Whoa, bit of a shake there. That's who was that? Clutterbuck? No, that was Pavlovich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pavlovich being chased down by. Is that James? No, it's not. Who's that? Yeah, it is James Scott behind him. Yep, with no nose.
Yeah, that's got to be infuriating if you're a competitor in the series, at the fact that James Scott is going that fast, driving a modified. Like, how do you even wrap your head around that? Like, car should be well off the pace, and he's in P10 and gaining. That's just not fair.
He's an exceptionally fast driver. He's got himself in the top 10, so he's going to get some critical points back. Will he be able to pass Peter Pav with less than a minute to go? I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. At the pointy end, Jordan Mazzaroli is still fighting it out for the top step of the feature race. With I'm not going to make any assumptions. Is this the final lap? I don't know. At the moment, iRacing is telling us nothing. So it's a shame that it comes to that, but we will try to see if there's a flag out there. Here we are, down to the last minute. Jordan Mazzaroli is coming through the last few corners. Will there be another lap? That's a big question. Here he comes. As he's coming through, there'll be definitely another lap because the clock is still ticking with 44 seconds to go. This should be the final lap as we're coming through. Mazzaroli is leading. Jordan Mazzaroli is leading Ryan Mueller by 7/10 as we saw him come through. Here we go. Final lap. Thank the motorsport gods for that. I could just see Barney waving his flag as well. It's good to have a bit of clarity.
And real quick, something happened to William Morgan because Travis Daly was able to get by him to get himself onto the podium.
Maybe a bit of light braking or something, or we can review that. That'll be cool before the race is done. Brandon Levin has got himself. Here we go. Here was Will Morgan. Oh, he's done a nice job there. He's got the draft. He's hold the outside line. Oh, he's got him into a skid. Oh, I think he's done well there. He's realised he's tapped him and he's let him have the spot. That's a real gentleman racer there for you. And here we have Jordan Mazzaroli on the final lap. Where is he? Where is he on track? We've got a few more corners to go. Ryan Mueller has realised that he's going to just want to make it and keep it clean. He's got some critical points at the moment, which are title fighting points at the moment, which are exceptionally good points considering he has got his main rivals of James Scott in 10th place, Leonage in 14th place. And here we've got Mazzaroli who's throwing his hat in the ring to have a bit of a go at this title as well and get some critical points as he's coming through the final few corners, closely fired by Ryan Mueller and an unsuspected Troy Daly. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the Warren Brown V8 Championship major heat for the night is Jordan Mazzaroli as he crosses the line to take the podium, the top step, followed very closely by Ryan Mueller, and not too far in the distance is Troy Daly, the Pro-Am, taking the third step on the podium, followed by Will Morgan, who was a gentleman and let him make through, but a nice little fight here. We've got a few guys going. We've got Trainer chasing the cars down, but doesn't quite make it. He was chasing down Arnie, and then you got Clutterbuck behind him, Pavlovich in 9th, James Scott in 10th place, Stone Street in 11th. And we'll continue those as we go through and have a look at the final grid once we are there. What a cracker. What a cracker.
Oh.
Here we go, Tomlin and Scotty West fighting across the line. Who's got it through? Scotty West. Oh, that is so close. I don't even know who won that. Scotty West just beat Tomlin across the line then.
Yeah, and Leonage almost got Chris Tomlin too for another position, but I think Tomlin might have got it. He did, Tomlin
just got him. It was literally actually Tomlin, and when Tomlin crossed the line, round Leonage was 0-0, whatever it is. It won't tell me. Just behind Tomlin, so Tomlin has just beat him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a first-time winner tonight in the V8 Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship for round 6. Jordan Mazzaroli from Tulip Racing takes the top step with a very, very good fighting race against Ryan Mueller from Pacific PER, sorry guys, from PER, a further 1.4 seconds behind, and Travis Daly from M1 Racing in 3rd place, taking out the top 3 steps, followed by Will Morgan, Brandon Levin, Dave Arney, Jacob Trainer, Daniel Clutterbuck, Peter Pav, and James Scott rounds out our top 10. As we go down the rest of the ladder, we are in 11th place. Troy Stone Street recovered to get back to 11th place, so Stoney did well to get back there. Scotty Weston took out Chris Tomlin's position those last few corners. Round Leonage in 14th place with a great recovery there by about 14 places. And followed by Chrissy Blanchard and Mitchie Noble, who recovered from last place to get all the way to 16th. Well done there. Andrew Cowan in 17th. Liam Amos 18th. 19th place, Dan Bartush, who had a very off night tonight. And Diane Feldman from Driving Sim Racing in 20th place. Craig Healy in 21st place. Stevie Banks, after that bit of an incident there, came out in 22nd. John Van Ray in 23rd. Johnny Gallen in 24th. Alan Mazzaroli in 25th. Martin Lipsky, 26th. Bradley Mays in 27th. Jace Douglas at 29th. And Wayne Edwards in... Jace Douglas at 28th and Wayne Edwards in 29th. Wow. And I just held that sneeze all the way to the very end. Wow, what a race, man. That is
no
crazy.
Kidding.
Oh, I wish iRacing would let us go back and watch replays and passes and stuff now, because we could sit here talking for another 15 minutes quite easily on some of the moves that we missed and didn't see. But unfortunately, we don't have that ability, and we have to say hello to these amazing drivers that have done an absolute cracking effort out there tonight. So we've got Jordan Mazzaroli in first, Ryan Mueller second, Travis Daly in third. Who was our Pro-Am? William Morgan. And William Morgan got Yep. Brandon Levin, I think, got the pro-ams. I think. I don't know. Be good to get these boys. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Travis Daly. You had a cracking run there, Trav. Did really well, mate. You should have held your head up high and sorry, Jacob Trainer, not Travis Daly. All right, who we got in the room? Mazzaroli, Mueller, Scotty Weston was definitely the pro. Was he the AMS winner? And Travis Daly was the pro AMS winner. All right, cool. We're under control. Let's get in here and have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the world, the Warren Brown amateur winner for tonight in the feature race, Mr. Scotty Weston.
Hey, boy.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, boys, how you going? Yeah, good.
You had a bit of a break, mate. Was that work related?
No, we went to New Zealand for 3 weeks on holiday.
Snowboarding
and skiing.
Came back in all in one piece, no broken bones, no sprained wrists, no anything.
Yeah. No, well, I won't say 100%, but we'll go with, pretty close.
Pretty close enough to be good enough to race.
Exactly.
And then you decide to just rip one out and take top spot in the AMS tonight.
Yeah, this track just came together, eh? I love this track. It flows really well. Had a good setup. And yeah, the potential was there. I had a good quality lap for a split 3.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
And
Craig was really quick too, but he jumped the start.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, so he actually, because of what incidents happened in the first race, he ended up winning the first race. So he was pole for us.
There you go.
And then literally saw his car edge forward, and I thought, oh my God. So he had to do a drive-through straight away.
Oh, that sucks. That's always the worst out there. But it's pretty good. We've got the crazy Tasmanian was watching tonight as well, cheering you on, mate. Don't know what his excuse was for not racing tonight. It better been in a wheelchair or an oxygen tank or something.
He's on holiday.
Oh, that's right. He's on holiday. Mate,
So,
you take holiday through the season. Come on. Especially you.
It is
Mate,
what it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Great racing out there, mate. Lots of fun. Good. You're obviously happy with the setup, as you said, but the rhythm out there was key, wasn't it? Getting the right rhythm through these corners.
Yeah, you had to get the flow. And it was funny, the second race, I don't know about everyone else, but the first stint, the tyres went nowhere. The second stint, the tyres came back, and next thing I was doing PB. But first stint, I don't know if it was hotter or colder or something. It was just different. It was different to our first race, and it was different to the second stint.
We didn't go to the weather gods today, so we didn't really watch it. There was too much action coming up and down the field. It was crazy. Well, mate, congratulations on a cracking race. First week back, pulling out an absolute ripper on a track that's not easy. Let's face it. It's a tough track.
It is hard to pass.
Lots of pebbles and lots of cars on track too, mate. Who gets you on track and supports you out there, mate?
Well, all the boys from East West Racing, GMK Logistics, A Training, All Things Hearing, Race Car Simulations, Crazy Tasmanian. Got to give him a shout out. Our whole team. That's it.
Excellent, mate. You've got a great bunch of lads in there, and I know it's a merger between two teams, but I think it's one of the best mergers I've seen between two teams. You guys fit like gloves.
Yeah.
Excellent, mate.
One more week, and then all 3 of us will be back racing.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I like to see. All right, mate. Congratulations. No, this is not your first podium. Top step. You've had them before. A bit of a brain snap there, but good luck for the rest of the season, mate, and I hope you're having fun.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
All right, so we've got the legend in the making by the look of it. The Pro-Am that got himself all the way up into 3rd place with an absolute cracking drive. Mr. Travis Daly. How you doing, Travis Daly? How's it going, mate? That was a cracking effort, mate.
Good, thank you. How are you?
Mate, we haven't had an M1 car on the top step for a while, mate. I don't know where Crosby and Kennedy have been these days. Maybe they've retired. But I know they're there. I know that you guys are still full on in the chats because I can see your Discord and I can see you guys talking and notifications pop up and everything like that. But obviously busy out there helping you. How is it for you, mate?
Perfect. That race was well, with the rear grid first race. I knew I had a decent car and I enjoyed this track, so I was very keen to make up positions, and I did. And second race was kind of just luck, really. That big crash in T1. I don't know how I got through it. But once I got through it, it was just eyes forward and go for the gold.
Did you shut your eyes?
Yeah, I did.
Just hope to come out of the other side.
It'll just keep the wheel straight, and whatever happens, happens.
Just like a true racer, mate. I love it. It seems that your pace is getting better and better. I've seen you getting into more battles and more at the pointy end of the field as well. The boys down at M1, I know that you guys do a bit of work with WKMP as well. It's all helping getting you more comfortable behind the wheel.
Oh, 100%. The boys at the WKMP are really helpful. That's different techniques, so different driving lines, just following them around. But M1 and WKMP have helped tremendously in my racecraft.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. Well, that's important in this field, especially if there's a lot of cars out there. Keeping it clean is so important. Was that part of the hassle out there? Was that one of the hardest things to do?
Yeah, it really was. Especially in some of the corners where it's hard to go 2-on-2. Like I think it was the white flag lap. When I went out wide, I think it was, I don't know who would pass, but it was scary. Like I was surprised if I didn't pit late, tide wouldn't held.
Absolutely. Well, you get to do the M1 honours, mate, and let us know who gets you and the M1 team on track.
Well, I just want to put a big shout out to Darren Crosby for letting me join the M1 team, M1 and all the teammate. A big thank you. Also, mate, to WKMP for their help with finding a little bit of different pace and all that. But and also a big thanks to Peggy's Performance for jumping on board and letting us be on top.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. Good to see you in the top step, dude. And third outright, I don't think you finished that high before, so congratulations on that as well. And good luck for the rest of the season, mate.
No worries. Cheers for that, guys.
Cheers, buddy. And say hello to the big boss too, mate.
I definitely will.
Tell him Sinka says hello.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Travis.
See you later. Cheers.
Well, we've got down to the last two because Travis helped us because we only had 3. We had 5. Instead of the general 5, we had to do 4 today. So we'll bring into the room Mr. Ryan Mueller and James. I'm sure you're biting at the bit there. Got your questions ready and ready to get him on his back of his step and get as much questions out of him as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the leading Pelican out on track, who's had an absolute barnstorming race today, a cracking effort and a cracking bit of fighting out there on track. He's finished second for the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship tonight and some critical points. Welcome to the room, Mr. Ryan Mueller.
Hey boys, how are you?
Very good, mate. I'm going to leave you to the wisdom and the wise words from Mr. Watson, mate. But cracking effort, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Well, that's a sentence my name has never been involved with. Wise words and wisdom and all that. But yeah, great run for you tonight. First of all, I got to talk about the that massive first lap incident in the second race. Where were you when everything started going all over the place?
To be completely honest, I could not tell you where I was. I just saw cars flying across my nose and just hoped I didn't get a fast repair or anything. But yeah, I'm happy to come out unscathed after that. I think Johnny just lit the rears up accidentally. I almost did the same thing on the entry because the tyres were just ridiculously cold off the start. So yeah, a bit of a shame for Gal after having a pretty good run, but yeah, stuff happens.
Yeah, you had a bit of a a fantastic strategy call with going for the undercut and getting you the race lead. Did you have the plan in mind to do that before we gridded, or was that just a kind of a spur of the moment, let's do it and see if this works?
Well, after the first race, the tires just like they were so like the setup we ran just was really good in the heat. As soon as it dropped temperature, lap 3 in the second race, I think I knew I was going to undercut because I was getting through the field slowly and I had decent pace. And then when Jordan got in clean air and I was following him, he just pulled away. So I had to try something, and then I locked everything up coming into the pits and hit 60 just before the line or maybe just after the line. So I got really lucky with that. But I'm happy I undercut him by a second. But yeah, the setup just had no pace in the second race, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was still a heck of a job to, at least get out to the lead and at least put yourself in an opportunity to battle for the top step. But all in all, still a fantastic job for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give?
I'd like to thank everyone at PR for their ongoing support. Lakeage Holiday Units, Majors Garage for the awesome setups, One Shot Pest Management, Track Racer, 8 Rivers Photography, our partner W Energy Drinks, and every one of you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Ryan, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, Ryan. I think some just to finish it off, some critical points tonight too for the title fight with James Scott and Ryan finishing like down in 10th and 14th, I think it was. So could be still a title fight in your hands here.
Well, I sure hope so, but I'm not saying too much now. I just want to keep being consistent and see how it plays out by the end of the season and hopefully get these setups dialed in because I really need to work on the race sets. I tried something new today, but it worked in the first one, but just didn't work in the cooler temperature. So I'll give it a crack, see if we can win it. But yeah, I'd be happy just to be battling out the front and consistently on the podium.
Well, your consistency is a key at the moment, and you're doing some cracking work out there, mate. So keep it up, chin up, mate, and congratulations on the top 2 steps. And looking forward to speaking to you again next week, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the top step. The Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercar Championship, round 6 champion, taking the top step in the feature, Mr. Jordan Mazzaroli from Tulip Racing. Welcome to the room, Jordan. How are you doing, mate? And how does it feel to get your first V8 Supercar win at SAW?
Yeah, I'm really stoked. Like, I'm really, yeah, it feels really good to finally, get a win. And it was it felt like a pretty deserved one too. I think we were consistent and yeah, it was a really good battle on the second half of the race. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame. There was a bit of a pile up at the start, so that James and Rehan couldn't wasn't there in the battle, but yeah, I think that everything kind of just went into our favor tonight.
Well, it does make it sweeter. Some critical points for the championship as well, getting you up the pointy end of it. I knew you were a fast open wheel driver, but you've really starting to come to grips with the V8.
Yeah, it definitely took not gonna lie, it took a very long time to get my head around it. Like, look, I'm still got a fair bit still got a little bit more to learn. I think it's just gotta find that that last 3/10 or so per lap and just being able to look after the tires. And so yeah, I'm starting to get to a stage where I kind of know the basics of it and just kind of trying to find the little like the little things to kind of get up there with the top guys.
Well, you obviously with the heavy downforce, you know how to take the corners at maximum and take everything you can out of the corners and the apexes and everything like that. So I guess it's those finer things of slowing the car down just that little bit quicker and getting the traction back in the rear end coming out of corners and stuff like that, which seems to be that it's working well for you. Tonight, you know, you had a very worthy opponent there of Ryan Mueller. Both of you is very close on pace and also on skill level. Your racecraft is there from the formula driving that you do, so you can probably relax a bit more as far as racecraft's concerned, because the bump on these cars isn't as terminal as it is in the Super Formula lights.
Yeah, definitely. I still got that little bit of conservative, a bit of like conservation when it comes to
Contact.
contact. Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of used to driving with more delicate cars, but yeah, it's just all a bit of a learning curve there. Just being able to have confidence in doing a bit more rubbing against down the inside and stuff like that. But yeah, but it's also learning like how much of a margin there is, because you don't want to try and like you can always try and test the waters a little bit, but then you always got the risk of taking someone out. So yeah,
Me too.
like I did, like I there was a couple of times I nearly did with Ryan Mueller, and on turn one I did readdress it a little bit, because yeah, it could have been a little bit of a yeah, a bit of a it's a sus one, but it's sus, but yeah, but all in all, yeah, still learning after always learning every race, and yeah, always having fun while at it.
Well, that's the most important thing we have here at SAW. We always say it's got to be fun, otherwise don't do it. So it's cracking to see you out there. It's cracking to see you improve, mate. I think your driving style, being a little bit more cautious, is probably one I wouldn't let go too quickly. The door banging is it's fun every now and again, but it's the consistency and avoiding incidents that's going to get you at the pointy end as you're developing that pace as well. So keep it up, mate. It's good to see you spreading your skill level across the different categories. I think, did I see you in the GT3 as well?
Not. If you're talking about
Not yet?
SRW, no, I haven't yet. But
No, you haven't yet.
probably something to consider.
Yep.
It's the GT3 is a good scene, so you're
Yeah.
worth a have a shot on that.
Excellent, mate. Well, I know that Tulip Racing and the boys around you work well together. Who keeps you out on track, mate, and supports the team?
Yeah, I was always appreciate Martin's hard work in with the team and stuff. Making sure we have our practice sessions and stuff like that, and always just giving us good support. So shout out to him. Really appreciate him for that. And also just my dad. He always gives me support on with strategy and car setup and all that stuff. So shout out to him. Really appreciate the hard work he does there. And yeah, and just thanking you guys as well for organizing really good league.
Excellent, mate. Well, I'm glad you have fun. Good to see you crack the top step finally, and in the V8s, that is. And congratulations for that, mate, and good luck for the rest of the season. Main thing is have fun, and the rest will come, mate.
Cheers, mate. We'll see you guys
Take
next
care.
week.
Cheers, buddy. Well, Mr. Watson, what a cracker that was.
That it was. It was one of
Not
the
as
wildest races.
nail-biting as the wet weather of last week, but some awesome battles all the way up and down the field. We got to enjoy, the AMs, the Pro-Ams, as well as the pros today.
Yeah, what a drive from Daly to put it on the podium as a Pro-Am. An impressive job from a lot of them. Yeah, obviously we got that big wreck that took out a lot of guys, but it doesn't take away from the pace that those Pro-Ams showed to basically control the top 10. And fantastic drive for Mazzaroli to come out and take the win. Just a really fascinating night of racing up and down the field.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. The boys gave us a treat everywhere from the battles we saw with Levin and Pavlovic, down the middle of the track. Watching Tom Leonard and James Scott coming through the packs as well was pretty special. A bit unfortunate for both of them, but these guys, takes nothing away from these guys at the front of the field, because you got to be there to do it. You got to keep it clean. You got to be smart and take advantage of the situation you've given them. And that was just cracking. Even Jacob Traynor, leading the pack for a while, I think he finished up 7th in the end. So lots of respect to that drive as well.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And, it really kind of sets up an interesting battle going into the last 2 races. And the fact that Leonage was able to claw back a lot of points, because I think everyone that was in Leonage's camp was probably real concerned after that initial first lap wreck, but a great job from him to right the ship and claw back a lot of points.
Very, very good. So we have got 3 rounds left. Next round is at Mobility Resort Matagi. And then we haven't announced round 8 and 9 yet. We were waiting to see what the officials do. But we'll have that announced this week at some point as well. So that's going to be a cracking. Mobility Resort Mategi is going to be an absolute cracker. That's on the 2nd, the 9th. It's also a sprint, so it's a 2040. So it's going to be an absolute wild race. I'm eager to see how the ladder comes out in the next couple of days, because there's going to be some massive turnaround in points as well. So that's going to give us a really fun run home with 3 races to go.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's going to set up for one heck of a championship fight.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it from us today. An absolute cracking race as usual. Everyone that's on track, thank you to these drivers for coming out and putting on a show for the viewers and everyone that's out there in YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate your support. And there's still people out there watching, which is awesome. And we're just dribbling and passing the last few minutes. But, a special thank you out there to all our sponsors that support us, who without them, we literally could not open the doors. We don't make any money in this. We do it because we love the community and we love the drivers that support us and all the viewers as well. So please like and subscribe. Hit the little notification button so you know we're on track next. A special thank you out there to all our sponsors. Mozaracing, who looks after a stream sponsorship for tonight, but also is heavily involved with our Super Formula Lights, which is on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Shunt Scenery, home of our race director that does 3D imaging for flight simulations and stuff like that. Get a hold of him if that's what you're into. phoenixdriverdevelopment, if you're out there and you're a team that's willing to grow, get some training. You can do one-on-ones as well as team events. They do the setups as well. Highly recommended. They are a cracking bunch of guys out there. Grim Industries, the home of the V8 coffee table, the legendary table that now isn't just the V8 tables. He does Ferraris, he does JDM engines, he's doing Aston Martins, Lambos, and sending them all over the world. He had one that went all the way to Cuba the other day, which was a Ferrari engine. So good on him, and keep an eye out for him on his Facebooks. The rest of the guys that I might have forgotten, I don't know if I mentioned them all, but if I have, bless me for it, and don't hold me up on it. But Warren and Brown Tools, thank you very much for supporting us through thick and thin from start to finish. Hopefully we'll do some more events and some trade shows with them soon. Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercar Championship is brought to you by Warren Brown Tools. And tonight we've had some spectacular driving from all our guys. See you tomorrow night. Wednesday night is our Super Formula Lights, our Mozaracing Super Formula Lights. Come and see us at 8 p.m. Myself and Biggles will be there for a cracking race. And then we're back in here with Kobe and Mr. Watson, for the GR86s, the Warren and Brown GR86 Nationals, which is always a lot of fun. Thank you for supporting us. Please like and subscribe, and be safe out there, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night.